They indeed love their football here in upstate New York as you look inside of Bills Stadium in Orchard Park. A few moments ago, to the delight of this Buffalo crowd, it was the Bills racing out of the tunnel as they get set to match up with the Indianapolis Colts. And we are underway in Buffalo. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. Following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. On play action, Strebler rolling to his left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
First and 10, Taylor now. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now Strebler. He'll buy some time right. Here's a diving catch right side.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. And it's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
They go play action now. Here's Strebler sliding out of the pocket. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. On the handoff, this is Breida. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. And they got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. Throwing now is Allen. Flushed out right. And he completes it to the tight end, Knox. And he is going to have a Bills first down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
Yeah, we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got a turnover? We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Works right side into the hands of the tight end, Knox. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Really have been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field, all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
Throwing on first down is Allen. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. Allen now looks to throw. Finding Knox there, complete. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Well, I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this is started.
Absolutely. 3 catches on any drive is good. Opening drive, that's a tone setter. And Allen will have the first down as he's able to slide to avoid the contact at the end. 1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. Now a give to Breida. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Running out of the gun here, Breida. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
On goal-to-goal runs, when you create lost yardage plays, the only way that happens is either called pressure or what I like to call straight-ahead pursuit. A great read, and they get to the backfield and make the play.
And that was a big chunk of yardage lost. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Now Allen. Flushed. And he is going to go down. He will be sacked on the final play of this first quarter. We're scoreless after 1. The kick by Bass is good. And the Bills will take a 3-0 lead. So an opening drive field goal maybe doesn't whip this crowd into a frenzy, but I think that they will take the early lead.
There's no doubt about it. They will always take the early lead, and maybe that celebration comes later if they play well and they can break things open. But right now, this is all about letting the offense just get settled in.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away. But they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
And takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there. That's the type of run that Jonathan Taylor gives you so often, and you just can't take it for granted. He finds a way to get those extra yards. The third running back taken in the 2020 draft, but he had the best numbers by far of any of them. 1,169 yards, third most in the NFL, and by the last quarter of the season, he ranked among the best runners in the league.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Here's Strebler to throw. This will be swung out wide for Taylor. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 37-yard line. Strebler to throw it. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. Not much there, only a yard.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
From the gun is Strebler. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. Here's Strebler. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll be 4th down. They'll run for it with Hines. And he's able to pick up the 1st down here before he goes down at the 26. Just enough push up front. He only needed about 6 inches. He didn't get a whole lot more than that.
No, but he made sure he got enough so they didn't have to worry about measuring it or making it even close. Ends up picking up a couple of yards in a situation, as you noted, where he only needed inches.
Incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now Strebler. They'll roll him out right. The toss here completed to Pittman. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
A couple of extra defensive backs in the ball game here on 3rd and 6. To throw is Strebler. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And the Bills are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They are back over the 500 mark for the year. A 3-game winning streak really coming at the exact right time, Charles, to get them back into playoff contention.
And it's always a question of when do you want your football team to peak? And everyone always talks about you want to be playing your best ball going into the playoffs, but sometimes you need your best ball before that time. And this team, going into this stretch of games, They're certainly playing their best football of the year.
And a dangerous throw there on the drop-off. Incomplete, nearly intercepted. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Out of the shotgun, Breida. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. The Bills on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 34 yards on the return, but for a moment looked like he had a shot to go all the way. And the Colts are set up well as they take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 42 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. He'll have a 1st down inside the 10. And finally down at the 9-yard line.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So it's 1st and goal, and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. They'll run here with Taylor. And he's going to pull his way down to about the 1-yard line. A good run, 8 yards there, and it'll be 2nd and goal. That's what they wanted out of that 1st down play. Run it down there. Now they're knocking on the door.
The only thing that would have been better was getting it in, and now they can do whatever they want because they've got confidence on their side. Line up quickly and go, or savor it a little bit, but I run right back at them.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. They'll try to run with Hines. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Nyheim Hines, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Colts have taken the lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And looking at this situation, Charles, you got more than a minute. You've got all 3 timeouts. Probably no need to play this safe.
So what you're saying is that we're doing a little bit of a mind meld here, aren't we? Because I'm thinking along the same lines as you. This amount of time, don't be compelled to play it too safe. This is a chance to get points on the board. Press it a little bit.
Yeah, especially since a touchdown here gets you the lead. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Meanwhile, Allen's throw going to be caught by Davis. Now flags will come in. One of the Bills got going a little early. Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
The false start hurts him there a bit. Backs him up to 2nd and 9. Here's Allen to throw it. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Now Allen again. Eluding the pressure right. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Going deep for Diggs. Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. To throw, it's Allen. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. The kick by Bass is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we come to halftime here with the visiting Colts taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half, so make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps, but above all, play your game.
And he'll be taken down, but first he gets deep into Indianapolis territory. A big play here for Buffalo. Long developing route there on the post corner, but it was worth the wait.
It certainly was. I love the way you described it because you do have to sell the post. Usually a couple of steps towards the middle of the field in order to get the defender to turn his hips. And then he breaks off towards the corner, and off he goes. Well executed.
And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. This is Breida. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Sometimes with the running game, you just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Isaiah McKenzie, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bills have retaken the lead. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Flushed out right. Finds his big tight end, Mo Alley Cox. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Off the play fake, it's Strebler. Rolling to his right. Complete to Hilton. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A big play there on the catch and run. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They give to Taylor out of the gun. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. 75 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
Hines. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Nyheim Hines, his second touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good, and that will tie our game here in the 3rd. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. Escaping the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Now he'll square up and throw deep left sideline. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. The throw on target to his receiver, McKenzie. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
And some space here. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Matt Breida, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bills have broken the tie. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, had he opted for the touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. Shifts by him, and they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside, and so many times defenses say, okay, we got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Strugglers throw into the hands of Pittman here. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
Couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now we've got whistles and a flag. Looked like one of the Colts linemen might have jumped. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Taylor. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down. To throw is Strebler. Flush to his right. To the right side, complete to Taylor. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. 2 yards the loss there. Now 3rd and 14. They'll look to throw again. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Tre'Davious White with a pick. There he goes, right side. And he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown. Well, you don't want to coach him, Charles, to stay in the pocket on every play, but I guess that's the danger of getting outside of the pocket, extending a play, and making a bad throw. Turns into 6 points the other way.
Yeah, sometimes when you get outside the pocket, your vision actually gets obscured a little bit, or you narrow it down too much, and you don't see all the defenders in the area.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. This fielded right at the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense.
And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Mario Addison in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Looking to throw. And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game.
Well, as we get ready for 3rd down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on 2nd down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on 3rd and long.
It's the rookie Carlos Basham getting in there to drop it. 3 quarters have come and gone. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. Taking it about the 36. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They'll start on the ground with Breida. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. 76 yards on the ground for him so far. Yeah, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
first down. Here's Breida. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. DeForest Buckner using that size to force his way in there and make the stop behind the line. Now on 2nd and 13. Allen. He finds his man complete. That's McKenzie. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. The Bills on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. To the air, Allen. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
So they're going for it, and here's Allen. Buying time to his left.
You know they pay me.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Josh Allen, a 12-yard touchdown run. And the Bills are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. A throw down the field caught by his running back. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
A 2nd down throw here for Strebler. And incomplete on the deep ball.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Diving is Hilton, he's got it.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there, it's going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about it.
And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Mario Addison, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. 2nd and 11 now. He'll look to throw. That's going to be caught by Allie Cox. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. On 1st and 10, here's Strebler. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Mario Addison make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. He'll drop to throw. They'll check this one down to Taylor. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. He'll buy some time right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. They turn to Taylor on 4th. And he will have the 1st down before he's tackled at the 12. And now defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Off the option, here's Taylor. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now a handoff. Taylor with it. And he'll get into the end zone. And touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Colts have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. They'll try and throw for it. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off inside the 5.
It's interesting that when it comes to 2-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. And no return on this one. It's a fair catch, a signal for, and take it. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails because they had it going pretty good. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Rock Ya-Sin. And the Colts are right back in this football game. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Completes it to Hilton. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. On play action, Strebler sliding out of the pocket. That ball caught by Campbell. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. 1st down, and he gets out of bounds.
You have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and then completions to use the clock.
He's down inside the 10 to the 8, and it comes on a gain of 8. From the gun, it's Taylor. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good as this gets him back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. They'll begin the drive with Breida. taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. And they take a knee. Now the Colts will use their third and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. And they will take a knee here. So first and second down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. Allen down to a knee, and that should just about do it. So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So for the Bills, it's an important win in terms of staying in the postseason race as they move to 6-4. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the New Orleans Saints. Meanwhile, for Indianapolis, it's a loss that sets them back in their playoff push as they fall to 6-5. And they'll look to get back on the beam next week as they host the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.